What's up, boys? Today's November 16th, 2025. Quick video today, another presentation style video. I wanted to talk about one thing, and that is the mindset shift that changed everything for me, at least within trading. I added some pictures. I feel like you guys would fuck with that more in the presentation, be a little less boring. It's nothing crazy, but I mean, it's just pictures, but it's pretty far. All right. So, yeah, this is the mindset shift that changed everything for me. Let's go on with it. Quickly, the shift itself, number one, I stopped actually trying to make money. I stopped chasing the satisfaction of the P&L. I like looking at a P&L and looking at the number go up and down, or chasing a certain number by certain day or certain week or whatever. It's the worst thing you can possibly do. It sucks. I don't recommend it at all. I think your goal shouldn't be, okay, let me make X amount of money within this day. It should be, how many days in a row can I follow my rules correctly? And that includes not over leveraging, taking good setups. And yeah, I mean it's pretty simple. Um, it's nothing that that's complicated. It's just very simple things that people they overcomplicate themselves. So next, what trading correctly actually means, which is already what I've kind of said, but just following your rules, waiting for the correct setup, waiting for the setup that you are extremely confident in, or just confident in general in, accepting your loss or your losses quickly. Some people, like, I realized I used to dwell on my losses. I'd take a loss, let's say 10-30. I used to dwell on that for hours. Like, I'd go to the gym, and even then, like, this is when I first started. Like, I'd go to the gym and I'd be like, shit, like, like that loss, it still hurts. Like, I just lost $500, even though, like, they weren't, it's simulated, it's not real money. So, yeah, and it's stupid because number one, it's simulated, not real money. And number two, it's like, why are you crying over, like, something that you can't necessarily control unless you're just doing things intelligently? Like, if you're taking shitty setups, like, that's something you can control. But, like, the market itself doing whatever it wants to do, that's something you can't control. So, accept your losses fast, protect your capital, don't take stupid setups, and just stay patient. Sit on your hands. It's nothing you should be whining about. It's just sit on your hands, wait for the right setup, and that's it. That's all it is. So, why this actually matters? Why? So, it's because when you chase money, when you force trades, you take random setups, you lose focus, you lose confidence. And I mean, who does it hurt? It doesn't hurt anybody else in this world besides yourself. You are detrimenting your own success. So, every step that you put forward into trading, all the positive things that you might be doing, you taking stupid setups, not being patient, over trading, over leveraging, who does that hurt? Nobody else besides yourself. Completely hurts you. You take one step forward, and you doing that, you're taking like 15 steps backwards. You're never going to succeed if you just continue upon it. So when you actually chase correct trading and trading following your rules, long-term money follows. If you think about it like this, you have a percentage, you have a statistical edge against the market where you say 70% of your trades go through, and it's a 1 to 1.5 RR minimum, for example. So 70% of your 70% of your trades are going to be profitable. They will win. They will be green, they will be positive. And 30%, for example, will be negative, will be a loss. But your RR is a 1 to 1.5. So that extra zero point 0.5 essentially makes up for that 30% that's losing. I mean, even it's a 1 to 1 and it's 70%, it's still making up for it. But my point is, you knowing, due to back testing months or years or whatever, or just knowing your strategy and your setup, you know that you do have a statistical edge. So why should you be stressing so much, doing so many things that, like, hurt you and detriment you, when you know that if you were to just do the same thing every day, knowing you have the statistical edge within the market, like I said, long-term money follows. Just means within a long-term basis, let's say even a year, for example, you can go a month losing, but in 1 year, you'll be profitable. You'll be green. You'll be up whatever money you were before, because that's your statistical edge. That's because you know that long-term you are profitable. So the moment it clicked for me personally, it's when I realized winning, losing, winning in general, it means nothing if you break your rules. So if you're doing these things, like I said, you're hurting yourself, you're breaking your rules. Even if you do win one day, let's say you win, by taking a trade that you would never ever take if you took trading seriously. That's breaking your rules. You're making yourself look stupid. So don't do that. And it's also understanding that losses are fine. Like I said, within a statistical edge, you need to have losses. You need to. Losses are something that you can never prevent. You can never make sure it doesn't happen. Losses are always going to happen. So as long as you just follow with your plan and you know that losses will happen, and when they do, you just go on with your day, and you're completely fine. So last point, consistency came when rules came first. That's all I'm saying. When you follow your rules and you build your discipline upon that, you will have consistent results. Trust me. So, how this specific shift that I had, I'd say a couple months ago myself, during the summer, I would say how this changed my results, not only my results, but your results as well, is you stop over trading, you stop revenge trading, you stop forcing entries, and you just stay calm, you stay steady. Like I said, you sit on your hands. Sit on your hands. 90% of this is just looking at the screen. 10% of it is executing. That's all it is. This is a patience game. This is a game where it's asking you, how long can you wait? How long can you wait for this perfect setup to maybe come in 2 days from now? 2 days from now, you have this perfect setup. Can you wait that long? Can you wait an hour and a half for just 2 days, sitting on your hands, making sure you're not just choosing any shitty setup? Can you do that? If you can, then you can succeed within, trading. If you can't, you're kind of fucked. So the core idea is just focusing on the process, not the outcome. It's, like I said, focusing on the long-term positive, not the short-term. If you say, how do I say this? Like, if you stay fixated upon the short-term and the short-term basis, you'll never succeed, and you'll always have a narrow mind, at least within trading. And you can't think like that. There was a point where I was like, oh my God, like, I had a losing week, right? I had 3 losses, 2 wins when I first started, mind you. And I was like, dude, like now in hindsight, I'm like, okay, just because I had 1 week in which I lost, even just a little bit, I'm not going to go full tilt and just completely, let's say, change strategies or do this or do that. Like, it doesn't make sense. So, that's basically it for me. Closing thought, be a rule-based trader, not a money-chasing trader. All it means is follow your rules. Don't care so much about the P&L. Even if you have to, like, close your eyes or go to, like, leave your house just to not look at the numbers, do that. But as long as you follow your rules, you know that, okay, this is my take profit, this is my stop loss, or, okay, I'm going to sit on top of my hands until I see this setup right here. I have my bed right here. I just moved my full room, my full setup. I moved it around. I had it, like, over there. Now I have everything kind of as my monitor and my PC as the focal point of the room. So, like, bro, like, I can be here in my bed just looking at my computer. And I can be looking at, like, The Sopranos or something. And I'll just be watching The Sopranos on the side, and I'll be watching this. And then if I see a setup, cool, boo, I'll take it. And if I don't, I'll just continue watching Sopranos. But that's basically all from me. Just understand that your results and your consistency and discipline will catch up to you. That is a promise, because it's happened to me, and I'm not even saying this within trading itself, but I understand that, certain things in my life in which I have stayed consistent and disciplined on I have been rewarded for it. And I know that if you were to do the same thing, you would be rewarded as well. And I'm not saying this like a guru or anything. I'm just saying this like simply, like, everything aside, if you were to stay consistent and disciplined, you choose one thing for, that's better. If you choose one thing for like a year, 2 years, 3 years, and you stay consistent with it and you do it every day, and you may not have to execute every day, but just following your rules every single day, I promise you, you will succeed. You will not have any issues 3 years from now. But that's basically it for me. Like I said, today is November 16th. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.